This woman just had a coffee, and every guy there started side-eyeing her. The next day, a second coffee pot appeared on the table, labeled colored. She asked to use the restroom, but her supervisor said,
"Sorry, I have no idea where you're at."
So she had no choice but to run a full kilometer in heels just to reach the colored office area. Katherine had an extraordinary gift for math, so she was transferred to NASA to calculate rocket trajectories. The team was working on a manned space program, but everyone around her was white, and they treated her like she didn't belong. When co-workers handed over data, they deliberately blacked out the key numbers, claiming it was for security. But it was obvious, the security was only meant for her. Even so, Katherine did not allow herself to slow down, and the data kept changing, forcing her to update the calculations constantly. To save time, she ran every time she went to the restroom. She even carried her files inside and kept calculating there. If she couldn't see the blacked out data, she held the pages up to the light and searched for the numbers herself. When she finally handed her calculations to the boss, he casually tossed them into the trash. After 7 hours of work, the data was already out of date. To avoid making more trips to the restroom, she stopped drinking water altogether. After 3 hours of work, Katherine finally finished the calculations. She could barely hold it anymore and rushed to the restroom. When she came back, she found a group of people gathered around the blackboard talking all at once. They were amazed by the method she had used, and it soon caught the boss's attention. The boss called Katherine into his office. She thought he was going to praise her work, but what he said instead made her feel the weight of injustice all over again. The key data in those files was blacked out, he said. That information was classified. There was no way you could have seen it. They suspected she was a Soviet spy. She quickly explained that if you held the papers up to the light, you could see the hidden numbers. The boss was not entirely convinced, but he lifted the papers over his head and held them up to the light. Under the light, the data became perfectly clear. He realized she had been wronged, so he asked her name. After finally getting the boss's attention, she thought things might finally get easier. But one day, she urgently needed the restroom and ran through the rain to get there, ending up completely soaked. She reached for soap, only to find there was none. She looked for paper towels to dry off, but the colored restroom didn't even have those. She didn't have time to worry about it. She grabbed her files and hurried back, afraid of wasting even a single minute. But when she returned to the office, she was still late. The boss angrily asked what she had been doing and why no one could ever find her during the day. She explained that she had gone to the restroom, but that only made the boss even angrier. He said they calculated rocket launch times down to the second, yet she was spending 40 minutes on something as trivial as using the restroom. Faced with his misunderstanding, Katherine finally could not hold back any longer.
There is no bathroom. There are no colored bathrooms in this building or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away.
And I work like a dog day and night, living off a coffee from a pot none of you want to touch.